Welcome to Promotion. It's another live Friday. We've had a killer week as always.
It has been a little insane. This week has been a little slower than the others, but we have a lot of
a little slower.
A little slower does not mean that we are not slaving away over here.
No.
But next week we got a pretty jam-packed week and weeks to come. Everyone at Promotion got COVID at one point in time this past couple of weeks.
Well, not everyone.
Not everyone. two people out of the six got COVID, so we had to take a little break. Now we're getting back in action. Everything's coming up, and it's we're rocking and rolling, man. We are rocking and rolling. Nice, Nate. Good job, bro. Good job.
Yeah. But earlier this week on Monday, we released a new live session.
We did.
Whoa.
Nice, Nate. Good job, bro. Hey, look at that. That's your phone.
That's my phone going.
We did. We released a new live session. It was another great one.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we have anything from that we pulled something out?
I don't think so.
Oh no.
Rastafari.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to share it next week.
Oh, he's getting it right now. Yeah. No, we're sharing it today because that was a killer live session. Ross always throws down. Just a one-man impressive band, you know.
Yeah, he's really, really unique. I really like the fact that he does the whole looping thing, and then it's also like kind of reggae jam band feel.
Man, he's spacey. He's Appalachian space funk is what he's branded himself as.
He has this thing. Like we were jamming the other night, just messing around, and he does this little fish hook thing.
A fish hook?
Not fish hook, but I call it the fish. You see this little hand thing going on right here? This little.
Is that how he plays bass?
Well, that's how he plays guitar.
Oh.
But all these jam bands that when they get really in the pocket and they're grooving, and the same with bluegrass, they got this little penguin flappy thing going on.
Get the flippy wrist kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's cool.
Right.
You never know. Every musician's different, but it's like that whole got that little jam thing going on. You got the little flappy.
The little funk. Yeah.
You get the little funk thing going on. Yeah, exactly.
Right on.
So, yeah.
Ross is a talented guy. You can actually check him out coming up very soon, but you can check him out right now, right here with the live session. Here's a little chunk of it for you.
Hey, hello everybody. My name is Rastafari. I'm live in Promotion Studios right now. So, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to play some stuff for you. Let's see what happens. keeps turning. Oh, today. Peace and blessings manifest. Every lesson learned. If you're not this world, it would be learned. If we were made in His image, call us by our name. Next to not believe in God, if it's just the same. It goes on and on and on and on. My cipher keeps a rolling like a rolling stone. Goes on and on and on and on. I'm not a prophet to the Jaja bomb. It goes on and on and on and on. Cipher keeps a rolling like a rolling stone. Goes on and on and on and on. I was born on the water, 50 doctors and 6 9. Yeah, you might laugh because you did not do your man. Like what to do? The world keeps turning. Oh, what a day, day. If good knowledge overwhelms, what if only learner? If your knowledge was your wealth, it would be learned. If we were made in His image, and call us by your names, next to not believe in God, but to fear us just the same. It goes on and on and on and on. My cipher keeps a rolling like a rolling stone. Goes on and on and on. Now the top to the down of the bone. Until I got on, 'cause my high is coming down. Don't feed me up, because your food does not endure. I think I need a cup of tea. The world keeps burning. Oh, what a day, what a day, what a day. Every new destruction, you ain't got nothing left. Mothership gon' leave you, so your ass is gon' get left. If we were made in His image, and call us by our names, next to not believe in God, the fear is just the same. It goes on and on and on and on. It keeps a rolling like a rolling stone. It goes on and on and on. Man, the prophet to the Jaja bomb. It goes on and on and on and on.
Oh yeah, Rastafari bringing that funk.
Yeah, always, man. I tell you what, the last song of that session is. It had me doing the wiggles inside there. I was like,
How'd you doing the wiggles? How'd you doing this whole thing?
I was getting down to the wiggles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll play that later in the show.
Yeah. We'll
close out with that.
We'll end with that one. I'll do the wiggles out of here.
That's a good way to get into the weekend, anyways. A little bit of Ross, and I think you can actually check him out tonight at Gatlinburg Brewing Company. Gatlinburg Brewing Company, right up there in Gatlinburg.
Yeah, actually, why don't you run over the shows and let?
Want to run over the shows real quick?
Yeah, then let's bring on our first guest.
We got 11 different great shows for you to choose from, so you're not lacking for.
There's 11 up this weekend.
Yeah, you're not lacking for entertainment. So today at 6 p.m. you can catch Roy Saunders at Union Jack's English Pub, and Roy is actually going to be on the show a little bit later, so stay tuned. We'll be talking to him. As I mentioned, you can catch Rastafari at Gatlinburg Brewing Company today at 7 p.m. Hendry Bombat will be at the Gatlinburg Brewing Sevierville location at 7 p.m. today.
Another great, solo band. Puts on the whole solo show.
Absolutely. And you can catch Brad Hudson Band at the Old Red Gatlinburg at 9 p.m. So, maybe you're up there and you want to bounce between bars because Old Red and GBC are right there across from
right next to each other, yeah.
Check out some great entertainment and not more than a block away. Also, tomorrow at 7 p.m. you can catch the Wandering Souls. That's Chris Long and Kevin Mahoney at Townsend Abbey. That's a really cool location up there in the
Townsend area.
Yeah, right there in the nook of the foothills.
Yeah,
tucked away,
it's right
beautiful
next,
area.
right next to the water too. Well, at least when they play outside, it's next to the water.
Yeah.
Now, them playing inside, they're actually in an old
In
church.
the chapel, yeah.
They're in a church, and it's super. Acoustics are amazing.
Yeah, it looks great, sounds great, and they got pretty tasty beer as well. And you can also catch Justin Michaels at Gatlinburg Brewing Company at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Kevin Wilson will be at the Gatlinburg Brewing in Sevierville at 7 p.m. You can catch Rick Stone at the Goat Island Tavern at 8 p.m. And Monroeville will be at the Smoky Mountain Brewery in Gatlinburg tomorrow at 9 p.m. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And if you want some comedy, you need some laughs, maybe you're already hanging out at Gatlinburg Brewing Company checking out Justin Michaels' show, or actually Kevin Wilson's show. Stick around, catch some comedy from Alex Stokes starting at 10 p.m.
Yep, that's a good show always.
Yeah, he knows that area so well. If you're a tourist,
he is the beer comedian, and he is like the father of Gatlinburg.
He's like the official comedian of
that area.
Yeah, for sure. You can also catch Justin Michaels this Sunday at Gatlinburg Brewing Company in Sevierville at 1 p.m.
What about the gym bar?
The gym bar, I do not have anything listed right now, but I'll have to pull it up. Let's see.
I believe it is Below 7 and Eyes Like Ice.
Why is that not on here?
I don't know. You're the social media director.
Well, it was on here. I shared everything to our page. But yeah, that's Below 7 and Eyes Like Ice, Saturday at 8 p.m.
8 to 12 at the gym bar, and that'll be a rockin' show.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of other places too that are playing entertainment. Check out Finn's Tavern, Union Place, Union Jacks, Beer and Brickyard, Gatlinburg Brewing Company, of course, Old Red, all the Smoky Mountain Brewery locations. They are, I believe, running bands now. So you can catch my own band, the Ville Band, in a couple months, and everything else. Orange Hat Brewery, actually, we have a really special event going on with Orange Hat Brewery on April 17th. That'll be a 3-band special. We'll have Tafoya in town. They'll be there from 1 to 3 p.m. We'll have Will Wesley in town. They'll be there from 3 to 6. And then we'll have my own band, the Ville Band. We'll be playing from 7 to 10. It's going to be a great day of music, a lot of fun. Mark your calendars. April 17th, Orange Hat Brewery. Shout out to Aaron Socks. We love you, Aaron Socks.
The Grandiversary.
The Grandiversary, yes. Their 1-year anniversary party. So
1-year anniversary. That's awesome. And that's a great location.
Dude, it's slamming over there. My girlfriend lives out in Harmon Valley, and every time we drive by it, it is packed. You cannot get in that place.
And I mean, speaking of Alex Stokes, that's his secondary office.
Oh, yeah, that is his home, too.
Yeah.
What's up, Mike Rubel? Man, it's great seeing you. And Terry Parker, thank you all so much for tuning in. And also Nicholas Tully. We all really appreciate you guys tuning in today. Also, make sure you share the stream. More people that know about us, the better. We love to have you on the show. And Mark Rubel, you know what? Your band is absolutely sick. And we really appreciate you, doing the whole 9 yards. And Terry Parker as well. Terry is from TNT. And that's another duo act. And we're going to start working with them, too, in the future. So
Terry and Terry?
Terry Parker and... Hey, look at that. Rachel Mullins. That's my cousin. What's up, girl? It's good seeing you on here today. I can't wait to see you and your son sometime soon up in Kingsport, Tennessee. I haven't been there in a while, so we'll have to go up there sometime soon, and I need to come up there and spend some time with the family. Anyways, I think it's time we bring on our first guest.
Yes, absolutely. We've got Rosemarie Machario join us today. Can you hear us, Rose?
Yes.
Oh, what's going on? Welcome to the show. So tell the people a little bit about yourself. We know that you do Dream Big here in...
1 second. Hey, Nate, can you turn up the speaker in here just a little bit? I can't hear.
We know you for doing the Dream Big series here in Knoxville. Did some shows out at Open Chord, and you interview local luminaries and people that you find interesting. And you're also an author as well. Tell the people a little more about yourself and what you do.
Well, aside from those things, I'm a model and an actress. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
we're trying to get you.
Okay.
Nate's blasting us out in here.
Yeah, you're fine. Go right ahead.
So, anywho, I started modeling, and then modeling led to acting. And then acting led to my Dream Big column, which then turned into the Dream Big show. And I started interviewing just anybody and everybody around the local area not only just to promote, them and what they did and what they intended on doing and planned to doing, their big dreams, and for, to represent everyone in and around the Knoxville area. So we've not had a new show in a while, not since season 4.
Hopefully we're going to bring it here. Hopefully we're going to bring the new show here. That's we're going to work something out, hopefully.
And so, of course, acting's kind of been on a slow, just because of the COVID thing. I've not done any book touring due to COVID. And of course, so I'm home a lot with kids being home and homeschooling and doing things of that nature. So that's why we are Zooming in today. I'm in between courses today.
In between courses, huh?
In between school courses today.
Wow.
So they get a lunch break and I do interview, so it works out.
So when you started the Dream Big, what was really the idea behind that? Did you just want to raise awareness about local people who were doing good things and had big dreams? And you were reaching out to people who seemed to be not as well known, I guess, in some circles. So you're trying to raise awareness about like what people were kind of doing behind the scenes?
Yes, whenever I started my column, it was just to help share my story of how I was trying to get my book published. I was, getting into acting. I had, just gotten back into modeling again. And it was kind of like a journal of sorts that, I kind of just kept this column going once a week. And then I decided to start interviewing other people because not everybody wanted to hear what I was doing. So I thought, well, maybe I could start interviewing other people. So it started out actually just interviews either by phone, email, or whatever. And that was put into the column. And then my first producer for Dream Big, I was working, I modeled his merchandise for his film. And then I kind of did a short part in the film for him. So later I was like, hey, I've got this idea to interview people and film it to share their stories and how they're trying to make it to help inspire others to not be afraid to go after, what their heart desires.
Right.
Especially when it comes to if you don't have a very good support system. I did not have a very good support system at all. It's pretty much maybe just a handful of friends, but when you don't have like family, I felt like I wanted to become their family if they didn't have a family support system. And for other people that are just getting started or people that are kind of in the middle of it and they can feel it, they can taste it, they know where they're heading. It's good to share all of those stories. And I've been inspired by them as well, because there's been a lot of times, I can be inspirational all day, but I'm still a human being and I get down and feel like I can't do what I'm trying to do. And so it's sometimes I need that little, hey, they did it. That's awesome. We share similar things. Maybe we're both actors. Maybe we're both writers. Maybe we're both models. And I think that having that support system, especially in the community, with filmmakers, anybody and everybody in the collective, everybody seems to pitch in and gather together and do what it is that they love to do. Yeah. So if I can help with that and help inspire others and share their stories to inspire others, I feel like I'm doing, my way of giving back for those who have helped inspire me and kept me going.
Well, that's one of those things. It's like who inspires the It's like, who inspired Gandhi? Who did Gandhi look to in his times of need? Who did Socrates look to when he was feeling not so philosophical? You've always got to have somebody, whether it's peers, whether it's a good peer group, or like you said, you got to have some kind of support system there. And that's it's very ambitious and gracious of you. And so when you started doing the live stuff at Open Chord, what was that transition kind of like, from going from like being the columnist to being a live show host?
Oh my gosh, it was nerve-wracking and awesome at the same time. My little notebook I had probably for the first couple of seasons, and then I finally built my confidence up where I didn't need the notebook. I kept it hidden and tucked in my chair. That way in between I could peek at it just in case, I'd forgotten. Even though I would write my own script or what I wanted to say, or even questions I wanted to ask my guests, sometimes I would freeze up and be just as nervous as they were. And I would have something, just beside me to be my little security blanket to kind of go back to. But it was different. And then the more episodes I did, and the more seasons I did, the more not only did I build my confidence, but I was able to help build the guest confidence whenever we're waiting and we're checking sound and lights and getting set up, and they're like, I don't know if I could do this. I'm nervous, and I just gotta tell bad jokes and make them laugh, and just and sometimes it was people that I knew, friends, people I'd worked with, and that made it a lot easier.
Yeah.
For them, they were a lot more comfortable. But for those that, maybe they'd never met me before, but they wanted to be on the show, and, they finally get to meet me, and they're like, can't figure out, okay, I'm good talking to you, but I don't know about the camera. I'm like, don't focus about the camera.
Yeah.
Pretend it's not there. You're just talking to me.
Well, it's hard to gauge someone's conversational energy when you've just met them. And,
yes. And I always really liked having that. I would always tell them, come at least 30 minutes early, just to where we can BS and powwow. And, I want to have this conversation with you, like, we've known each other for a long time, or maybe, we just met somewhere and we're getting to know one another. And, from the beginning of some of the episodes, you can see that ease into change that would come with interviewing them. And they would finally, by the end of the show, we're all laughing, giggling, cracking jokes, and it's like we'd known each other for years. So I think that whole feel-good energy is really important. Yeah. And having that extra banter between myself and the guests. And even just between, by the time I was getting around to season 4, I was way more confident and had multiple guests on for one episode.
Yeah. So go ahead.
But it was, I planned it to where, like, if some of my guests didn't know one another, it was a really good way for them to kind of meet. And then they would end up collaborating.
Yes.
Because, so-and-so can do this. And, you're an actor? Well, I'm a filmmaker. Hey, let's talk. We'll talk behind, while the next guest is up. We'll be back here talking,
Yeah, playing a little creative Cupid.
Yes.
Yeah. Setting up those matches made in heaven.
Yes.
Well, somebody's got to do that.
It worked great.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of people that ended up just really collaborating well, and I ended up collaborating really well with some of my guests, and some of my guests really helped pay it forward to me. I mean, one of my guests put me in contact with their publisher, and then lo and behold, the book was born. Yeah.
So also tell us a bit about the book. I think we actually have a video book reading.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're going to play that real quick, and
then book trailer.
Yeah, so we'll come right back to you.
Princess Illyria Rose found her special places in the books she read. She would imagine herself in far-off lands and dream of the knight who might rescue her one day from her dull, everyday life of needlepoint and lessons of becoming a lady. She yearned for adventure, and on her 16th birthday, she got her wish of being rescued by the man of her dream. Little did she know that would prove to be an adventure she didn't expect to have. Betrayed by the very man whom she trusted and left at the mercy of her father's enemy, she had to use her wits to escape, but not without the help of the very man who led her astray in the beginning. After being told he was being blackmailed by the evil step-grandmother, Princess Illyria Rose felt compelled to help him, unable to resist his boyish charm. One quest led to war between her father's people and his estranged stepmother's revenge, with the princess caught in the middle. Now, Illyria must decide her fate between her true heart's desire or save the entire realm from the wizard Rawl, who will end the world as they know it. Danger unfolds time and again, revealing an ancient story about a princess and a prophecy.
Good. All right, really cool. So obviously high fantasy. What got you into high fantasy?
Oh my gosh, probably like anybody and everybody I could read as a kid. I read everything from unicorns, dragons, you name it. I read it. I was thinking when I wrote it, it was actually a dream that I had.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I just thought, wow, this is like such an elaborate dream.
Vivid.
And I was telling someone about it, and they're like, you should write that down. So I wrote it down, and I still have my notebook from where I wrote that dream down. And then I just kind of continued with it. Like it just ended up having and sprouting a life just completely on its own. And my characters would talk to me, and just the scenes and everything would just pop up. And it didn't take that long to write it. It probably took me longer to type it than it did write. I handwrite everything. So
like me,
for me to like go back and retype things, sometimes I'm not a fast typer.
Sounds like someone else I know.
Within a few months,
don't put that on me
I
like
had
that.
it finished, and it started out just as a novella, and I started pitching the novella, and I kept getting a lot of rejections on its length. A lot of bigger publishers or literary agents, they didn't want novellas, so I just kept writing. Like it was literally like 5 short novellas that I combined, and I split them into 2. So, and then I added to book 2 later, which is in the process of being edited right now. Just for any of the fans of the book 1, there is a book 2 coming, I swear. So it just kind of developed and grew, and all the way to like just waiting and trying to get book 1. Once I got it all figured out and everything done, it's sending it out again to literary agents, and I would get, I would send out about 50 at a time, and I would get rejections. I would get nice advice on what to do, what to change, and I would go back and change things, send it back out, and I was probably doing all these changes and sending it back out for almost 9 years.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
Yes. I probably had, if I could count, like between all of my rejections, and I kept a notebook of a list of all the agents and small publishing houses that I would submit to. That way I know not to submit to them again if they sent me a rejection letter, or, you know, if they sent me, hey, if you change this, this, and this, I'll look at it again.
Right.
You know, and then, you know, you can submit to me again. So I would keep all those notes, and I probably had like 2 or 3 notebooks with all these different agencies and stuff and small publishing houses that I would submit to. And finally I was just about ready to give up and throw in the towel, because I had done all of the edits that I could possibly do for, you know, not having a college degree, and looking up, you know, just anything and everything that, you know, I could have done wrong, or, and finally I was told, hey, just sit on it, you know, and then put it back out there again. So probably my last round of 50 or so agents, small publishers, kept getting rejection letters. Then one of my guests that I had on Dream Big, he was published with 7 Star Press, and he's like, hey, you know, my publisher's awesome. They do fantasy, and they were actually on my list of small publishers to submit to, but they were closed to queries at the time. And I'm like, yeah, I really wanted to query them because they sounded really cool. But I, you know, they're close to submissions. He's like, well, let me contact them and see what they say. And they got back to me and said, hey, yeah, send us a little bit of your, you know, of your work and query us, and we'll get back to you. So they got back to me and they said yes. So I was like, yay!
9 years of work pays off.
Amulet Developments was finally able to be born. All hail Princess Illyria.
I mean, so I think that's not an uncommon thing either for a first-time author. Breaking into that kind of world, you know, finding a publisher, regardless of genre, is difficult.
It is. And they actually they will tell you, several other authors or agents, you know, if you follow them on Twitter, that's like the threshold of literary anybody is on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And they'll give like free advice and just, you know, different things, advice about like, hey, look, you know, if you're an author or a writer and you're trying to get published, hey, if you've been rejected over 50 plus times, you've done rewrites and you're still getting no's, you know, if you reach like 100 rejections, it's time to give up, move on, write something else. I didn't want to give up. I couldn't give up. I'd already even, you know, finished writing book 3 and while I was waiting, and like this story just wouldn't leave me alone. And so when I met my publisher and spoke with my editor, I'm like, hey, I just, this story won't leave me alone. I did stop in between and I wrote a couple of other things, which I'm excited to get that out one day too. Different genres. Like I wrote romance, and then I wrote, you know, a paranormal horror novella, and I've got a children's book, you know, that's kind of sitting and waiting in lieu of being published. But I wrote all this stuff while I was waiting to get book 1 done. And I couldn't give up. And I felt like there was something special about the book that, you know, I felt that needed to be read. So I wasn't going to give up. And I enjoyed writing it. I enjoyed reading it. I mean, whenever I got my author copy, I read it. I sat and I read it, and not just to go over it or just to, I was still just in shock and awe that I finally, after almost 9 years, got a book published.
Right.
And to me, I feel like it's almost like a Cinderella story, because, you know, I had to wait for, you know, almost like a fairy godfather to come and sprinkle some, you know, other dust on me to, get me in contact with my
I like that, Walter Dust.
knight in shining, publisher.
Right?
That's killer.
But I couldn't have asked for a better publishing house. Seven Star Press has, they're family, and I do feel that good things come to those who wait. And I think it was the universe's way of saying, hey, just be patient, and we'll put you in your Princess Illyria Rose with the perfect home. And it happened. So
Awesome.
I couldn't be happier.
Awesome. So
we need to do the next. She has like a movie segment here.
Oh, okay.
And then
A movie segment. What's this?
it's like it's a reel.
It's a reel. Okay. All right. We're gonna check out your reel real quick.
Could you make it to Brandon Anthony?
It's finally happening. My dreams
Sign
are
my book,
coming
please.
true. Everyone is waiting, and I'm all here for you.
Oh, Miss Rose. So we haven't met. I've been following you on social media for a long time.
Who do I make this out to?
And you could probably say I'm your biggest fan.
That's great, sir. Can you just let Miss Rose know your name so we can get the line with you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm Tony. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so nervous. It's like you're so beautiful and you're so nice.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Okay. Miss Rose, will you marry me? Listen,
Sir, can you please get up? If you're not gonna
I will be
get a
the
book,
best
you just
man
need to
that
get
you have ever
out
had,
of
and I can give you everything that a man can give.
Brian, I need you.
I want it. Please.
Come on, Rose. Let's get you out of here.
Wait, don't leave. Don't leave. I love you.
Sir, you need to stay.
I love you.
Miss Rose, these flowers came for you today. There's no card though.
Who brought them? Did you see who it was?
No, it was a delivery service. It's Algernon something.
Okay. Laura, I'm starting to get worried because this is like the 10th bouquet that's came in. And have you seen my messages on social media? I mean, they're getting crazy.
No, I've not had a chance to check your social media. I put Brian in charge of that.
Oh, no, I did. I just thought you checked them yourself.
I do, but I mean, look at them. I mean, they kind of get really crazy and a little kind of creepy. And I'm really worried. What if it's that guy from the book signing? You know, the crazy one that proposed to me?
Honey, I wouldn't worry about it. Just, why don't you just go to bed for the night? Brian and I can lock up.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, go home. We've got this.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Good night, guys. Damn it.
Here, miss. You dropped these.
Thank you for taking me to lunch.
Of course, baby. Anything for you.
I'd better get back to work.
Hey, it doesn't have to end now. I could come and help you with your work.
No, I've got a personal assistant for that.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that, babe.
No, thank you.
Why are you being that way? Huh? It doesn't have to end now. Hey,
You need to leave!
you're making a big mistake.
I'm gonna call the cops on
Why are you being such a bitch? Huh?
my assistant and manager is on the way.
Fine. It's your loss.
I would leave if I were you.
Miss Rose, there's a gentleman here to see you. Says he's your fiance.
That's bullshit. That's the guy from the book signing. Brian, you need to get rid of him.
I don't know how much more of this I can take. I'm going to the restroom and hopefully avoid my #1 fan on the way out.
Don't worry, hun. We'll take care of it. Brian?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Hey, where's Miss Rose?
She's not coming, sir. And you need to leave. There's only room for one man in her life. And it's not you.
Wait, I'm her fiance.
No. No, you're not. And you need to leave. Before I call the police.
You give her these?
Sure. Now leave.
How did you get in here?
Don't be afraid. I'm here to watch over you. I won't hurt you. I promise.
Oh my God. What are these?
They came from Miss Rose today. I have no idea what to tell her.
You need to get rid of these before she gets back.
What is that?
I'm so sorry, dear. I told Brian to get rid of these before you came back.
But you got back before I could. I'm so sorry, Miss Rose. Please don't fire me.
I'm sorry. I can't do this. I'm done. I'm going.
At least let us walk you out.
No, I'm fine. I'm done.
Like me, we're beautiful deep down, yet even scared of the clouds.
It's not very nice of you not to return my messages. Not even once did you thank me for the flowers. I see you with all these men. If I can't have you, nobody can.
It's time, my child.
I don't understand.
I told you I would watch over you. Now it's time to go home.
Nice. Reminded me of sci-fi silk stockings or something like that. That was crazy. So that was another just kind of a passion project. Did you write that whole screenplay yourself?
Yes, I wrote it myself. I had just such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful group of people that worked on this film. I wish I had their names all written down so I could name off everybody. We did the film for the Knoxville Horror Film Fest for the Grindhouse Grindout in 2019. It was
Is that the 24-hour film
and a
fest?
wonderful group of individuals that I couldn't have asked for a better cast to bring my little script to life.
Is that the 24-hour film fest?
No, the Grindhouse Grindout for the Knoxville Horror Film Festival. You literally have like 7 days.
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty quick time.
Write it, film it, and get it in, and it can only be like 7 minutes.
That's pretty brutal.
That was like, I've been in and participated in various of the film festivals, around town, just as an actor. So this was the first time that there was a team that got put together. So we called ourselves the Monster Squad, and Les Murphy directed. Kevin Wines did the cinematography and also directed. Seth Young did the poster, and Travis Daniels brought the entire team together, cast it, and so we had just probably some of the best actors in town in that film. And the director named the movie after the Johnny Cash song "Give My Love to Rose."
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
We had everybody had their own like I guess like a theme that they had to choose from. So we chose Lifetime movie. And I'm like, yeah, I've got this idea that would work in my head. So we picked the Lifetime movie for our category, and I just kind of threw, they say write what you know. So I had recently had like a couple of stalkers. One was kind of worse than the other ones. And but over the years in my life, I've had either physical stalkers that would come to my work, or I would have stalkers just as soon as like the internet and stuff like was like real prominent and social media was prominent. Then, you know, I start getting stalkers there. I had one that I met at a convention that was, I mean, it took like another person to block them. Like I had to put someone in charge of my fan page just so they could block them, because the person was constantly blocking me. So I couldn't go in and block them.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, he was getting really scary and creepy. So I just kind of based that on kind of real life events. And obviously I didn't die, but I needed some, you know, horror drama.
Yeah.
So I did my best.
That's a perfect Lifetime kind of, you know, stalker element as well.
I wanted to have like the best Lifetime vibe that I could possibly get.
Awesome.
But we literally filmed it in less than 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
And so whenever it went to editing and Gage and Ashley Sharp did the soundtrack and the music for the film. And so Kevin Wines just put everything together, the magic that he does. And so it was, I really enjoyed how it turned out. And I wanted to have that whole whodunit theme running through the film where like anybody and everybody was a suspect.
Right.
So you never really knew who did it.
Yeah.
And I think the concept would be great to, you know, redo it and sure we could actually do it longer. I had even originally written a narrator to be narrating the story from the beginning and then at the end, but we had to cut that idea because of time.
Right.
So I would like to do a little bit longer short film of that one day. So I don't know when.
One of those other big dreams, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, Rose, thanks so much for joining us on the show today. Where can people get in contact with you and find your book, your other content?
Everything is available to find me on my website, which is basically myname.com. So it's rosemariemachario.com. And my social media links are on there for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. That's all I have. I can't handle any more social media platforms.
Yeah, that's usually enough, right?
We understand.
Awesome. So, Rosemary.
It's just me that does and handles all of these things and promotional stuff. So, but yeah, so like you can find my book on there. You can find merch on there. I've got a Dream Big store that you can get all kinds of goodies from. I have t-shirts.
Nice.
And sweatshirts, and I've got more stuff ordered. So, and then eventually I'll have merch to go along with my book series. So,
all right. So that's
for
Rose.
now.
So that's
we
Rose.
are just promoting my slogan to always dream big.
So that's Rosemary Machario, and that's MACHARIEO. I-O.
Yeah.
I-O. All right. And that's rosemariemachario.com.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So go check her out. She's got some great stuff and working on new books, it seems. So you might see some new stuff very soon from Miss Rose. And all the Dream Big content is out there as well. So go check it out, and we look forward to seeing you and working with you soon.
Yeah. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Guys.
Absolutely.
Well,
I guess we're going to take a quick break. Are we going to...
What do you want to play next?
Let's see. What do we got in there? Sure.
Yeah, let's do that one.
All right. This is a bit from We Like Cold. We're going to have...
Our new Kleina promotion, and we got Will here today.
All right. We're going to have Will on the show here in just a bit, so check this out real quick.
Y'all ready? Let's blow the roof off of
All right. There we go. That was a bit of Scorned
That was, yeah. You know, now they've transitioned their name into We Like Cold, and they got some new members. And we actually have Will here with us today. Will, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey, man, how are you guys? Thank you for having me.
Very glad to have you, man. Watching that video, I was like, that stage looks familiar. And that was Big Mama's Karaoke that used to be out there in Seymour.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
I wish that there was something like that still out in that area, because it was cool to just be out there in the, you know, kind of the foothills with that kind of venue going. But
oh, absolutely, it was a great time. I mean, we had a blast playing there. We played several shows there.
Yeah,
and everybody was always good to us.
You had hair.
I did have hair.
Now I don't know if this is just my broken brain, but I'm seeming to like remember seeing you guys play at Prince's Deli.
We did.
Okay.
We did.
That was my broken head right there, and I was trying to connect dots. Okay.
We did.
Yeah.
We played pretty much everywhere in Knoxville.
Okay.
There wasn't, I don't think, a surface that we haven't touched club-wise.
Right.
It was like, wow. So, and Southeast, and we've done a few in Johnson City and different areas. So it was a fun time. I mean, but sometimes it just.
How old were you then?
I was 22.
Wow,
Ooh,
that's
nice.
awesome.
22 in that video, actually.
Nice. Well, I'm anxious to see you guys. You have a show coming up.
We do. Actually, it's a ProMotion production. It's going to be at Brickyard Bar and Grill. We're going to be with our brothers in arms, Belfast Six Pack. It's going to be a great time, great food, great beer. Come out and hang out with us.
Yeah, that's going to be what, February 26th?
February 26th.
Yep.
Yeah.
So show starts at 8:30.
That's next Friday.
It is.
Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you're
It's
looking for
approaching
something
soon.
to do, that's going to be killer, because you guys in Belfast, that's just going to be a perfect mix. You guys have played together once before.
We have,
previously.
and I mean, it was a fun time before. So I mean, those guys are great,
Yeah.
and I mean, we enjoy playing shows with those guys, and they're fun. And anybody that actually watches them and watches, hopefully, us, I mean, it's just going to be a fun show all around.
Right.
So
with We Like Cold, obviously you got 3 members from the previous act.
Yes.
What got you guys back together, trying to get more music out there?
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, we've always kept in touch.
Yeah.
I mean, over the years, and like we've always played in bands together, separate, or like, hey, I'm doing this project. You want to come and do this one? Yeah, sure, why not? I mean,
Right.
we always worked well together as a unit, but at the same time, it's just like, something, I'm done with this. Let's just go ahead and let's just do it together.
Right.
And just go all out. And we've got our drummer, Jesse Stevens. He's a phenomenal drummer and a phenomenal person. I mean, these guys they're not just my bandmates, they're also my best friends. So, I mean, it's a win-win for me. I mean, they're phenomenal guys. I mean, guitar player Danny Combs and bass player Jason Kinney. I mean, it's been a phenomenal ride over the years. It really has.
It's good. It's good when you've got a band of brothers.
Oh, it is.
It makes it so much easier to get along.
It does. I mean,
the creative process helps it all.
Right. At the same time, I mean, when we're in our rehearsal room, I mean, it's down to business. I mean,
Right.
we joke and cut up and stuff, but I mean, we've got to get this stuff done.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody else is going to do it for us. Let's go ahead and get it going, and let's put out some great music for the people out there to listen to. I mean, if you like it, great. I mean, if you don't,
and when you got that kind of brotherly rapport, then you know when it's time to get down to business and to hold people accountable when they're,
Oh yeah,
slacking off.
That's the way it is with us. I
Right.
mean, something's like, hey pal, you pick it up on this part. I was like, okay. I see what you're saying.
It's nothing personal.
No,
We just
no. Of course not.
Yeah.
I mean,
so how long have you guys been together as We Like Cold?
As We Like Cold, 1.5 years.
So just right before all this came down?
Yes, we played our first show at Club Fungus.
Right.
February 1st last year. We had 2 shows booked in April. If I'm not mistaken, April 4th, and then we had one the 24th or the 28th.
Oh, wow.
And then COVID hit.
So you've gotten to play one show.
One show.
Oh,
Isn't that horrible? I mean, that's not cool, man.
Yeah, no, that's just a tease, man.
I
That's
know.
just a tease.
I know.
Yeah, so I bet you guys are excited to get
We
back.
are,
up
man.
there,
We're excited to be back on the stage. We're excited to see everybody. We're excited that all kinds of since we're with ProMotion now. I mean, just to see where our future holds.
Right
as a
on.
unit and as a team.
Well, so you kept it together. Have you been working on new music? Take that time
Oh
to
yeah.
write? Yeah, he's like,
yeah.
yes.
I think we're about sick of seeing each other in the band room. To be honest with you, this whole COVID thing, it's just been relentless in writing new music, and and trying to make sure the sounds are right, my vocals are right. And I mean, like I said, I mean, just because I'm the vocalist, I mean, I also depend on their information because they're going to see or hear something that I don't hear.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm counting on them just like they're counting on me. And not just one of us, not just me writes the songs, it's all of us. I mean, everybody's got something going on to contribute to
Absolutely. I mean, in a good band, that's why, everybody's got to pull their weight.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Josh, you have a note on here. I think your mic cable is kind of janky.
My mic cable is kind of janky. Is it how I'm holding my head? Okay. Notes. Yeah, we get notes from the producer in there.
It's good to know.
He's a killer producer,
Yeah,
he keeps us honest.
Yeah.
So I guess people who saw you last year on February 1st, they're going to be hearing new music, the stuff that they haven't heard before.
That's the plan. That's the plan. I'm sure they will. So, I mean, it's going to be a great time. I mean, something, even if we do play some of the stuff that we played at the old show, I mean,
it's not going to sound the same.
It's not going to sound the same. I mean,
Right.
we've added vocals, taken away vocals. We've critiqued our whole set and stuff like that. So, I mean, we've been hard at work for the past, since this whole COVID thing hit. It's like, all right, guys, we got to get down to business. I mean, there was a few members that caught the whole COVID thing, but at the same time, we're a band that bounces back.
Right.
Pretty quick, I mean, as a unit, and that's what we've got to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you take it seriously, you just got to push on through when times are a little bit slow.
Yeah.
Take the time to write, take the time to tighten up everything else.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, we don't really, how can I put this? We don't really have much downtime as a band. I mean, we're just, let's go. I mean, if we need to take a break, we realize that. It's like, all right, guys, let's focus on these songs for a minute, and then when we get inspired, we can do this, we can do that. I mean,
right. And I mean, you're all dads, full-time jobs, families, things like that. So I mean, making squeezing a band in there too.
Oh yeah, it's the fun part,
right?
So
for anybody who's not heard you guys before, what are some of the influences you guys draw from?
Gosh, there are so many. There's Seven Dust. There's Breaking Benjamin. Disturbed. Chevelle.
Right.
Let's see here. Killswitch Engage. Alice in Chains. I mean, there's so much. I cannot pinpoint on. I mean, that's just examples.
Yeah.
There's so much influences that we've got from so many different genres, and also in our own genre that we've got. I mean, it's just phenomenal the way things just come together.
Awesome. So yeah, if you're into that straight up heavy rockin', active rock stuff, man, you got to check them out. Do you guys have anything recorded yet?
We are working on that right now. We're
working
on recording right now. I'm not quite sure when it's going to be done.
So if I remember right, I think in their contract they have a recording and a music video with us, a single and music video, I think.
Oh, I'd love to do a single with y'all.
Yeah, I have to look at the contract again. But we are going to be creating some sweet content for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're working on the logo right now. We're working on getting a
I
nice
don't know,
logo.
man. You guys had it pretty nailed down. I mean, if you want to show it to the public, you're more than welcome to. I thought it was pretty awesome.
All right. Well, we're gonna make sure the whole band is on board before we.
That's perfectly fine with me. I don't want to get tomatoes thrown at me when I walk into practice.
Yeah,
you goofball.
Awesome. So next Friday, Bearden Brickyard, right there in the heart of Bearden, near Homburg Place, indeed. It's going to be an awesome show, and it's a great venue. You guys are playing inside, outside?
It's going to be an outside show. Outside on their patio. And then we have Richie Brandon. He's going to be running sound.
Richie brings the noise, and man, that place they've been hyping that place up, man.
They have been, and I mean, we're looking forward to it. I mean, we're looking forward to seeing everybody and stuff like that, since we've been lying dormant for almost year and a half now.
Laying low, hiding and everything.
It's like, this ain't cool. Now we're all sick of each other. We got to go play out somewhere,
Right.
So.
Awesome. So next Friday, Brickyard Bar and Grill right there in Homburg area. 8 o'clock is when it starts.
8:30 to 10:30.
8:30 to 10:30.
Two great bands.
Two kick-ass bands. I think it's $5.
$5.
So open those wallets, come out and see some awesome live music. Support a band who's been wanting to get back out on a stage.
Right.
And if you haven't seen them yet, don't miss them next Friday.
Yeah, they're great, man. I'm really looking forward to the show myself. We're actually gonna have some cameras out there and film you guys so we can get some content out there as well.
Yep.
And really just kick this thing out to full
Kick
gear.
this thing, not sure what.
Kick out to the full gear, man.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So
we're looking forward to working with you guys, and don't miss them next Friday. Going to be an awesome show. We got lots of cool stuff working with them, so looking forward to it. Anything else?
No, man, just check out our Facebook. We Like Cold.
Yeah, We Lie Cold.
LYE.
Lie.
We lie.
Cold.
Sprinkle lie and make that body disappear.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, that's what we thought of. That's great that you picked that up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a grim mind.
I know, right?
Thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't miss them next Friday, Beard and Brickyard, 8:30 to 10:30, along with Belfast Six Pack. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's pull out a little video to get Roy Saunders up here. Let's play that Charleston.
Oh yeah,
lyric
Mr. Roy
video.
Saunders. Stay tuned. Gonna have him joining the show here in just a bit.
The song's called Charleston. Raining as walking down King Street. Your heart just melted as they played our song. Now the wind starts to blow where the rain starts to sting, and I see you smiling at this life you've changed. It's an ugly morning, but a beautiful day. It's an ugly morning, but a beautiful day in Charleston. Taste of bourbon, we're fresh on your lips. I see you dancing, I feel them swaying hips. Well, who would have thought that a day so gray would turn into this memory by the bay? It's an ugly morning, but a beautiful day. It's an ugly morning, but a beautiful day in Charleston. As we're walking down Church Street, these gray clouds, well, they brighten your brown eyes. When we start to pack and the sun starts to shine, well, don't worry, baby, well, we'll be back soon. It's an ugly morning, but a beautiful day. It's an ugly morning, but a beautiful day in Charleston.
Mr. Roy Saunders with Charleston and
the Chaw Panda. The Chaw Panda.
The one and only. What's going on, man?
Not much. Thanks for having me.
Always glad to have you, man. And
so I tell you what. So Roy and Sam Schrock pretty much live at my house.
Oh, do they?
every other
Whenever
weekend.
they're playing a show, they just crash there.
Yeah, you know, Roy's turned into like family. It seems like. What's up, Taylor? Taylor tuned in. He's saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see
What's
Taylor.
up, buddy?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and you're going to be in town tonight, or I guess you're heading up to G-Bird tonight.
No, so he played at Puckett's last night, and then he's at
Union Jacks tonight.
Union Jacks tonight. Yeah.
Union Jacks, right there on North Shore. And have you been there yet?
No, this is my first time playing there.
It's a cool little place. I haven't really been there since they remodeled a lot, but it's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it. I'm always excited to have new venues and whatnot. And this weekend we've had 2 new venues. So
awesome.
That's always a plus. You know?
Well, we were just talking before we came on. You're waiting to see about filling in the rest of your February dates, and you got like 10 shows kind of come through all at once right there at the beginning of February, and locked you in for a bunch of good shows the course of the month. And so, what any ones you're looking forward to in particular that are?
Well, definitely tonight, and then I've got next weekend. I took next weekend off. It's my girlfriend's birthday, so we're gonna do something for that.
The wife.
And then March we've got some really good shows coming up. I've got a few of my usual places that I play at, and then I believe we're going back down to Florida to Punta Gorda. Or no, that's in April. But we've got it worked out to where we're playing once a month down there.
Awesome.
And they're going to gradually go from solo shows to duo and then trio and then full band shows.
Awesome.
So that'd be cool, taking the guys down and hopefully get some Florida runs out of that.
Yeah, and there's what's his name? Oh, Jim Kester, the bigger guy.
Yeah.
The booking agent. I've sent your stuff off and a few others that are. He wants to focus on solo acoustic musicians right now, about getting you guys dates in Florida. So he has all your stuff, and I'll be He needs to know some dates. I'll connect you indirectly with him.
Yeah, that'd be great. I've worked it to where those dates that I did book with them down there, I've left it to where the weekends are kind of open, so I can hopefully get that, because it is an 8-hour ride down from Atlanta.
Right.
So, I don't want to run down and then run back up for a gig the next night. So hopefully we can make some strings out of that.
Absolutely.
And then February, yeah, like you said, it was stressful at the beginning of the month. I didn't know that I was gonna be able to fill all the dates that I had open, and luckily a bunch popped up, and 3 of them were all new venues. So it worked out for the better. I get kind of stressed out when I can't book out, 5-6 months in advance.
Yeah, which is what we were saying. But roll with the punches, and particularly like right now, I think they're seeing the musicians that are making themselves available, that are staying active, and I think that's why you're seeing the new venues that are reaching out to people, because they know you're still out there active playing shows.
Right.
Yeah, we're looking forward to.
It's kind of weird. We had our 9th record label reach out to a promotion artist this week.
Oh, yeah?
And that just goes to show you the marketing behind what we're doing, plus the booking is giving these people the exposure to be seen at the next level.
Indeed.
Which is fantastic. That's a great thing.
Yeah. And just looking to open up even more opportunities, man. That's what we hope to do. So we've, I guess, you said you're going to do some full band shows?
Yeah.
Because, I love me some full band Roy. That live session we did.
They're about to come in here and redo the full band with his actual band.
Yeah, because the live session was everybody who recorded on the EP.
Right.
Aside from Stranger.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of just a hodgepodge of musicians that, we had my dad playing bass, and then Chevy Watson came in and played lead. The only actual band member is Tom, my drummer.
Right.
So now we've been practicing back in Atlanta, and we've got a killer lead guitar player, and we're working on a few different options for bass. But we've got a show at the Gym Bar May 1st. That'll be a full band show.
Awesome.
And then I'm trying to put together as many as I can. I wanted to focus this year on kind of pushing the full band thing,
right,
and getting that out. Of course, I'm still going to play a ton of solo acoustic shows or duo shows, which the duo shows are always fun. Most of the time it's Tom and I, but just when you add a cajon to an acoustic show, it beefs it up a whole lot.
Yeah.
And actually, this past Saturday, Alex, my lead guitar player, we did a duo show down in LaGrange, Georgia.
Okay, cool.
So that was fun. We've been piecing together. The full band songs aren't the same as the acoustic set list. So he went into it. He's a good sport, and he went in and knew maybe 10 of the songs of the 4 hours that we were playing. So he improv the rest of it, but he did a killer job.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a cool dynamic, because I think a lot of you've obviously proven yourself as a performer and songwriter, as a solo musician. You've been doing it for how many years now, solo?
It's been probably 3, 4, something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, all these places that, you've made a name for yourself, and they know that you're a great performer, you're a good songwriter, and when they know that you've got a full band, I can imagine that some of these places would just be excited to get you in there with a full band.
Well, that's one of the things that we've talked about with a venue who's backed me a whole lot since I really started doing the solo acoustic stuff, because I had band down in Savannah and things like that, but it was never solo stuff.
Right.
It was either duo shows or full band shows, and then I moved to Atlanta and started doing just the acoustic stuff. And there's a venue out in Hiram, Georgia called 278 South, and they've stuck with me, keeping me booked solid since I started out. And the last show that I was there, I was like, yeah, well, we're ready to go full band. And they do acoustics on Wednesday night, but then Friday, Saturday, and some Sundays, they do full band shows, and they were ecstatic about it, So there are some of those venues that are really pumped to get that going.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they are. So I guess you said you're coming in here to do a live session with us with a full band, and you just put out the Stranger EP. Is that December?
We put it out. There was a hold up because of having a cover on the album. We had it set to release on January 13th. And it wound up taking about a week longer because of making sure that the right people got the right money for Hurricane and whatnot. And I think part of that may have been the fact that Levon Helms passed away, and who knows where his royalties go now.
And everything,
but now that's all out. It's out on Spotify and iTunes and Apple Music and everything. So everybody can check that out now. And then, we're going to come back in and do a new live session and hopefully get some more full band press kit stuff together.
Yeah, we're going to do a photo shoot, live session,
do a photo shoot.
An EPK for his band.
We had it set up for a couple weeks ago, and then that all fell through, and then we set it up for March, and that fell through. So we're going to get something here,
He said
finally.
April.
Yeah.
Date finally locked in for it. So
actually, what's cool? So March 27th is my birthday, and he wanted to shoot it on the 28th, but I was just like, we're probably all going to be partying and stuff.
James is like, I won't be functional.
I won't be functional, so I'd rather. But he's going to be actually up here playing, so Roy is going to be partying with us.
Yeah. What's new?
always down to party with Roy. I tell you what, Roy can drink more beer than anyone I've ever met.
Budweiser should sponsor Roy. That's what we say.
We've been trying to make it happen. We've been trying to get him to sponsor him, So, but I would really like to play. Do we have the? We've already played the 2 videos, right?
No, we got Walls.
Walls. Let's play Walls.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick, like how much that EP, it just shows the variety and your depth as a songwriter. All of those songs on there and your choice of cover, I think it shows a lot of your personality and your songwriting. Like Stranger, that's a outlaw ballad right there. Walls.
Plus the fucking badass music video with that was sick.
Yeah, that was so much fun shooting in Brushy Mountain with you. We had so many great people involved with that. But Walls is it shows your sensitive side.
Well, it's funny with Walls. I've gotten so much of a response from Walls. James and James' dad and a lot of my friends that are local in Atlanta. When I do my Tuesday night live streams, which actually we're gonna move that to Wednesday nights now. But I have so many people that come on there and request Walls. And that song almost didn't make it on the EP.
That's what I was going to ask, because you were very self-conscious about it.
Well, yeah, it was just one of those songs that I was like, why am I going to waste my studio time with a full band for a song that I had intended it to be just me and a guitar?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I can do that some other time. And it was my dad and Tom that really talked me into it. They were like, no, we can put some drums and bass behind this and really make it into something else.
It builds that song out so beautifully.
I thank you. I gave them the opportunity in practice. I was like, all right, well, we'll try it and we'll see. But I already had my mind made up that I wasn't doing it. And then they came in and hit at that one part, that one build, and I was like, shit, all right. you guys are right.
I'm glad they sold you on it. But yeah, the variety of songs, Charleston is that's a bright, sunny day. You can go out and like that song should lighten you up as soon as
let's play it.
Huh? Well, we've got Walls lined up.
That's
So, I mean, we've been talking all this smack on it, so we should hear it, right?
Let's do it.
All right, here's from the live session.
let down your wall and let me in. Open up to me, let me be your friend. Why is it so hard but just to understand? All I'm trying to do is be your man. Oh darling, just wanna hold you tight until the morning comes, until the sunrise, baby. Hold my hand, oh now darling, well kiss me in the sand. Well open up to me, let down your walls and let me in. Let me be your man. Why is it so hard? Well, just to understand. All I'm trying to do is be your man. Even when it's cold outside, well, everything will be alright as long as you're next to me. Well, do you feel the warmth as we lay under the covers? Well, do you feel the shudder of love as we hold on tight? Everything is gonna be alright. When the rain falls, well, all I see is you. Forget about the cold outside when I'm feeling blue. Well, darling, I know I'm in love with you. This is how it should be. No walls between us two. You let your walls down, you let me in. My life's complete now that I'm your man. I'm your man.
Another great song by Roy Saunders. That's one of my
yeah.
personal favorites.
Yeah.
I think it's just beautifully wrote.
Yeah, you got to go pick up that EP if you want to hear the full band version.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you'll enjoy it for sure. And Roy here in the studio with us, and he's playing tonight, Union Jacks, right there on North Shore. And 6 p.m. Swinzette's is going to start.
Yes,
so, you know, get off work, come grab a brew, enjoy some tunes with your boy Roy. He puts on a hell of a time. And
we'll be down there.
Yeah.
Sarah and I will be.
Oh, so
I wanted to say something about, I touched on the live stream, my live stream that I do, changing dates. So it's going to change from Tuesdays to Wednesdays, because Tuesdays are the only day that we can have full band practice. But I'm going to plug a couple other promotion artists. Jeff Lane and Justin Michaels both do their live streams on Wednesdays. So I've put the spot at 8 o'clock. So Wednesday is like the promotion live stream day. You get Justin Michaels at 7, me at 8, and then Jeff Lane at 9. So I think that it'd be a great day for people to go and come home and relax, and just put your live streams on and let the night roll.
Live stream Wednesdays, yeah, absolutely. Just put it on. Yeah, that's a great lineup too, man.
I'm waiting for the live show with the three of us.
Yeah, that'll be a killer one for sure.
I'd like to put a couple of y'all together for sure, man.
That's like what I did at Buckethead when I had a couple of them together. I know Buckethead's reached out back to me too, so I'll be booking some more dates there coming up this year, and they want to do some more promotion events. Last year we did 4, they want to run 8 this year.
Yeah.
So we'll have more opportunities to do different things there.
Nice. Yeah, that one last year was awesome.
Yeah.
Kevin Mahoney, Jeff Lane, Brandon Folsom, myself.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, we'd like to do some more like songwriter rounds where we just showcase a bunch of our solo artists, and maybe, you know, it'd be great if we could do it with a full band kind of thing, where, because I know all of them kind of have full bands. You know, Brandon has a full band that can back him,
Well, as long as we can get the budget right. The problem is the money side.
Yeah, well.
You know, to get everyone paid evenly and everything else, that's the problem. You know, like.
If you build it, they will come.
We kind of need like a $2,000 budget to pull that off.
Oh, well, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah, well, I try my best, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's not my money, it's someone else's.
Exactly, so we got to get somebody else to, if you build it, they will pay.
Yeah, right. So everyone, please check out Roy Saunders. Find him on his Facebook page, Instagram.
RoySaundersMusic.com.
Yeah, everything, you know, everything's out there. Go get his EP, check out his stuff on Spotify, get those numbers up. You know, help
Stay tuned for new music coming soon, new live session.
Everything else in between. I'm sure we're going to be doing more music videos and all kinds of great things in the future too. So.
We're hoping right now the game plan is probably the middle of the year to be ready to cut 6 more songs.
Wow, fantastic.
Awesome.
Let's cut them in this new studio.
That's the plan. So.
Fantastic.
We're really looking forward to it, man.
You've been a great client, a great friend too, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we look forward to doing some more great work with you. And don't miss a chance to check him out live because he plays literally like almost all the time. Like he plays 3 or 4 days a week at least. And if he's not doing that, he's live streaming. So don't miss the live stream. Now on Wednesdays.
8 o'clock. Brews and Tunes.
7 p.m. 7 o'clock.
8.
8. Oh yeah. Justin Michaels at 7. Roy at 8.
Jeff Lane at 9. Yeah, exactly.
Great night of music. Awesome, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Don't miss him tonight at Union Jacks at 6 p.m. Gonna be a good time. Great place.
And we're going to leave with one more video. Will be the last one out of here. I would like to play Rastafari, the last song.
Oh, we'll see how that goes.
If Nate can pull it out. I don't know if Nate can. I'm sure Nate can. He's a wizard.
He's a bit of a wizard. Is that it?
Yeah, I think.
I was going to say, is that Nate's wizard?
That's the sound of the wizard. That's the sound a wizard makes. For sure.
I think it's pretty long, Nate.
Yeah.
We're getting it all figured out. Yeah, it's this one right there.
There we go. Yeah, he starts with the beatbox.
Everyone enjoy Rastafari. Stay tuned to all the great music going out in the world today and this weekend. Check out Promotion on PromotionMGT.com. Follow us on our Facebook and our Instagram. We post all the stuff on there. Thank you all so much for tuning in and check out Rastafari.
Hey, hello everybody. My name is Rastafari.
driving me crazy. I said lately, I've been out of my mind. I'm in a peace. Something I got too damn high. You don't fall, you don't back. Something in the pool, you didn't black. You feel warm, feeling white. Something in the cool, every night. See the warm, going right. Going to the cool, see the feeling warm. You feel ooh, I get lost in the woods sometimes.
girlfriend named Ramona. She could dance like a stone. She could dance like little Alicia, but she works down at the Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is. Snake Farm, it's a reptile house. Snake Farm, wow! Snake Farm. Got a girlfriend named Ramona. She calls me up on the telephone. Nothing going on unless some kid gets bit down here at the Snake Farm. Says Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is. Snake Farm, it's a reptile house. Snake Farm, wow! Girlfriend named Ramona. She can dance like a tempest storm. She can dance like little Egypt when she works down at the Snake Farm. Says Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is. Snake Farm, it's a reptile house. Snake Farm, ooh. Says Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is. Snake Farm, it's a reptile house. Snake Farm. This one goes out to all y'all listening. You know you got your charm. Yeah, nothing goes on unless you're gonna get bit down here at the Snake Farm. Says Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, pretty much is. Says Snake Farm, it's a reptile house. Snake Farm, says Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is. Snake Farm, it's a reptile house. Snake Farm, ooh. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is. Snake Farm, Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is. Snake Farm, it's a reptile house. Snake Farm, ooh.